Look at this mark here on the end. That's blown pretty bad. There's another bad spot right here on the end chamber. So I got a set of 3-liter Ranger heads in here to get surfaced. I think they got smoking hot. This valve is held open. But look at this. Look at that crack. Here's the other head. That one's got a big crack in it too. Hey everybody, happy Saturday, how we doing? Hey, this guy brought these heads in to have them surfaced, and I spotted it right away as soon as he set them on the cart up front. So I'm going to build him a different set. Obviously, these are junk. So I got him these heads. I've already got the guide work done, and I've installed hardened seats, but now I need to grind them. Okay, since I've cut the exhaust with my 3-angle cutter, I sprayed them with some dry graphite, and we're going to bump the 45s and see how they look. Hey, that looks pretty good. Let me do all of them. There you go, 3-angle valve job on the exhaust. Now usually when I do a valve job, I like to put the seat out towards the edge of the valve, not all the way off the edge, but just inside this edge. If it goes off the edge of the valve, it'll burn it. But this valve, the margin, look at it, it's so thin. Now you can buy an aftermarket valve, let me show you. Here's an aftermarket valve. They don't put any margin on them either. Super thin. I don't understand it. So I don't seat these to the edge. I put them in the middle. So let's see where that's going to land. Let me spray some graphite on here. Okay, let me just put that on here and give it a little bit of a rub. I don't know if you could see that. That's right where I want it, right in the middle. Now I'm doing an interference angle. This valve is a 44.5, so it's going to go up a little bit higher there. But I don't want it on the edge on this thin margin valve. It wouldn't last that long. Okay, let's put some 45s on these intakes. There you go. Now that's really, really wide. So let me go down and grind all the intakes down. Okay, here you go. You got to keep this thing sharp. I'll sharpen this a couple times. That's after one seat. Now I'm going to dress it. It was pretty tough working around this camera. I got her though. There you go, those are 45. We got to put a 30 and a 60 on them to narrow that up. I don't know if you can hear that sound. This thing has a exhaust fan down here. It sucks in all the grit. We'll turn it off. I don't know if you can hear the difference. Now I'm going to put some graphite on them so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the width of this 45 is too wide. We want it to land right in the middle of the valve. Oh, towards the edge a little bit maybe. So to do that, I have a 30. That makes the seat smaller. That takes the top of the 45 down and decreases the size of the seat. The 60 will make the seat bigger. That cuts from the bottom and brings the 45 up. So we'll kind of just hit both of them and see where we're at. So let me get these on the stone holders. Well, these just screw on, real simple. I've already dressed both these. There's the 30. And here's the 60. Now let me show you what happens with the 60 when I try to use it. Here we go. This doesn't happen very often, but look. It's not touching the seat at all. So I got a solution. So to hold the stone to the grinder, there's this insert that they glue inside there. So what I did, I took one of those. It's actually narrower, they're a lot wider, and I just screw it on here. And this still gives me some threads to engage the stone. Now I've spaced it away. Look at this. Now I can engage that seat. Here we go. A little bit of 60. A little bit of 30. Let's see what we got. Okay, look down here. That 60 did not clean. So I'm going to need a little bit more 60. Also, I need just a little bit more 30 because I'm not quite inside of these dividers. I don't usually use dividers. What I'll do is I'll just stick the valve down in here and just eyeball it. Unless I'm enlarging the seat, that method works great. So let me just bump both those angles again. Okay, here we go. Just gonna give them both a little bump. Now let's check it. There you go. Nice and concentric. Okay, let's just use a Sharpie on this one, huh? See that valve bounce? I'd let you know it's concentric. Where are we at? There we go. Right towards the edge, and I like to put these on the edge. There's still a whisper off the edge, not quite all the way to the edge. I don't know if you could see that. That'd be great for performance. It's too bad I can't do this on the exhaust. Let's see that valve bounce again. That's one of my favorite things to film, is that bounce in slow motion. That and that little wizard guy, that's kind of fun too, but it takes a long time. You guys have been asking about him. I'll get him out here and have him do something when I got the time. Maybe tomorrow when I come in here, I'll have him do something. Let me get these things ground and we'll get him in the surfacer, all right? Here you go. 3-angle valve job on the intakes. Came out great. Now it's time to surface in that machine. These springs look like crap. Before I went in the surfacer, I wanted to tap all these exhaust manifold bolt holes. Look at all the crud that blew through the back side. He would have had a hard time getting the manifolds on it. Now let's surface it. Before I bolt the head in here, I got to change out the cutter. That's it right there. This is an aluminum PCD cutter. I got to change it out. I got to put in this CBN cutter. This is double-sided. Okay, it's level end for end. I did a witness mark. It's hitting all the way across. Let's fire it up. Here we go. I'm just taking a light cut. See there, it's hitting all the way across. We have just a little mark here. That's probably only about a half a thousandth. We'll just have to see how it keeps going. Looking pretty good. A little messed up right there. There's another bad spot right here on the in chamber. I'm going to pull a thou up and then I'll do a thou back. Look at this mark here on the end. That's blown pretty bad. We'll try for two more. Like I said, a thou up and a thou back. Okay, here we are, just coming off this last chamber on the end of the head. Now give it another thou. And send her back. Here we go, these marks went away down here. We're getting ready to find out. Looks like we got her. Get this head out and get the other one in it. Make sure you wear safety glasses. You only got two eyes. All right, I got the second head in here. Here we go. This is the last pass on that second head. Taking the same amount off of this as I did the other. They weren't very warped, either one of them. Here we go. We're at the halfway mark. Still chugging away. Here we go, we're getting ready to go off the other end. I'll get this head out of here and get it washed and get them assembled. Okay, we got them out of the wash. I got the valves lined up. I'm going to be measuring the stem heights with this Fowler gauge. I got some new freeze plugs going in them. Those springs cleaned up nice, didn't they? And I got some Viton valve stem seals going on them. Don't use anything but Viton seals. Head cores I got them are in great shape. I measured all the stem heights. I'm not going to be using any shims. The exhausts are inch 870 to 1/900, so we're at inch 875. The intake spec is 1820 to 1850. And look at that, it's 1825. So I'm not even going to be shimming these. Here we go, that's what that looks like. And the intake. Okay, I got some Cleveite bearing guard in this, and I'm going to put the seals on them. There you go, we're ready to put the springs on them. I don't know if you noticed, but I did not set these down on the surface. I used cardboard. Do not set them down on the surface. Even if you think it's smooth, this table's smooth, but don't do it. Good, I'll point my finger at you. Customer picked up a Chevy Lovehead the other day, put it in the back of his truck on the surface, and shoved it in. Aluminum head. I just shook my head. Now we're almost done. I just got to throw some freeze plugs in them. Shazam! Okay, I just vacuum tested it with this tester. It's just got a rubber pad on it and covers the port and pulls vacuum. Let me show you how that looks. So I just pull the trigger, and it's good. Okay, I'm going to put some heat tabs on it. This will let me know if the customer overheated it. There you go, and those are just held on with heat tab adhesive. One more thing, here we go. There you go, one set of remanufactured board heads. I also got him gaskets, and I got him head bolts. I don't know where the head bolts are. Hang on. I don't know what I did with his head bolts. They're around here somewhere. Whoa! Hey, thanks for coming along, you guys. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. I'm gonna head home, and I guess that's gonna do it. We'll see you in here tomorrow. I'm gonna do something, I don't know what it is. But thanks a lot for coming along again, and be nice to each other. Bye.